everyone in the back. Welcome to the after party. We went live before, but we had some technical difficulties because the sound wasn't working. But now, hopefully, the sound is working.
Yeah.
If you can hear us, comment below and say yes, so that we know that this time it actually works. And I just want to say, such an incredible day number one. Like the participants were absolutely bazinga, crazy, awesome. And we're so excited to see the results that they will be creating with us during this event. But I know what a lot of people might be thinking at this moment, which is, can 5 days really so many results? And the answer is yes. And that's what we're going to unpack today on, yes, the sound is working, on today's after party. But before we do that, we're going to hit the show real. Bye. All right, welcome everybody. And on here, we have our beautiful panel. We have the amazing Myann. We have the amazing Josie. We have the me.
Amazing me.
Amazing tree. And we are so excited because today was on another level. I felt inspired to do things that I've done before, and that is all thanks to you guys. Let me start by you guys. What was your experience of day number one?
This day one is something that I have never seen before. Like I've seen many of these events, and we have never gone as deep or as impactful, I think, as today. And I really think, like Tjibaria said, it's down to the participants. So I have never seen a day one like this before, and I've been here a lot. So you guys are a treat. All of the
the online events. That's really cool.
So you guys are in for a treat.
Absolutely. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're part of Project 1 Million, comment below and say P1M. If you're watching this and you're not part of Project 1 Million, then comment below and say, I want in, so that we can make sure that you can benefit from this as well. If not this event, the next one. But also, if you're new to the channel, make sure, if you haven't already, to like this video, to hit the bell, to subscribe, to make sure that you're going to be getting all this goodness. Which brings me to Myann. Myann, I want to just jump in. I saw flowing, but also in some other people's faces. It was so beautiful after the meditation. Yes. What was today's experience like for you?
Of course, this is the not fully, but many times for me to do the 2.0 version of me meditation, and this time is so totally different. It's so real. I really feel the sense of the future me, and I suddenly the picture is so colorful, so lively in front of my eyes, not only my mind, and that is a picture I never dream of. It is really download. I see my parents meeting my kids, and it is almost 10 years, never been there before. And I really see my tears from my mom and the feeling of hugging with my kids. And that is so true to my muscle and to my skin. And at that moment, I can tell you the tears, it comes automatically. Not only the feeling, just I really feel my body. They are so immersed with the environment, and
that's so beautiful.
And that's why at that moment I don't think I'm with you all guys. I am really in mind, and with my 2.0 me, we are so enjoying and really at that moment, and that is so true. And I'm so honored to be with you, and you guys witness this moment, and I witness your moment to witness your 2.0 of you, and receive so many transformation. And I really see some of the live videos as well. They already mentioned about your 2.0. so beautifully. Yeah.
That's so cool. And by the way, just to quickly say this, it's 222 right now here in Dubai. 2222. So beautiful. And also we have Dad over here. Dad is commenting. Dad is over there. Thank you so much. I really want to say that I really love what you are saying. And I actually want to share a learning that I've learned from that. And I shared it during this training already. But it's also going a little bit deeper. It's already done, that the future that we want already exists, and that we can embody that right now, is also not to forget what we actually are. Because so often people go and think like, I'm a body, and we have a body, we have hands, we have arms, we have a physical existence, but we are so much more than that. And I think when we go and walk around in this physical world, a lot of the time we really identify with what we have as a body. But actually we are so much more. It's like the water that you can put in this thing, you put water in a big container, the water can go everywhere. Yeah, exactly. But us and the true essence of what we are is actually like in our belief, or in things that we believe in, that it's like a soul, and that one soul, just like the water, is not just the water that we put in this container. That water is actually part of everything that is out there. So if you grab a little bit of water from the sea over here and you put it in here, does that then make that water and that water different? Actually not. That water and that sea is still part of everything. In the same way, the spirit or the soul may be in this vessel right now is actually one with the one in this vessel and one with this vessel, but also with anyone watching this. And so we are actually part of everything that is. Every single flower, every single drop in the ocean, every single energy, every single thing. And so by understanding that, and again, my father reminding me of this, and thank you for that, is that we have been shaped in the image of the Almighty, having those powers to create. And I know some of you might be believing in God, like myself, some of you may believe in the universe, or whatever anybody's believing, but we have, in fact, the powers to create and to focus and to allow things to come into existence. But it's often us that stand in our own way. And then coming to the point, and I'm going to ask Myann and Josie a question about this in just a moment, and you guys let me know what your thoughts are about this, is that when we want to create results, and in this event specifically, 1 million in 1 year, is that possible? Is it possible to create a business in just 5 days and to actually monetize during this event? Is it possible after this event and continue scaling and do amazing things? Is it possible to create a freedom lifestyle for yourself in record time? Yes. And the only thing that can stop us is us stopping ourselves, our force of creation, focusing, of being, existing, being one with everything else that is. And so that future that you saw, that I saw, that you saw in the meditation, that future is already there. And time is just a made up construct when we couldn't explain it any way else. That's another thing that I've learned from my dad, like the different timelines that we can think of. When I was a little kid, maybe me in the future as a 90-year-old grandma. Actually, those times and the way how we separate them is made up in our minds. That's why Bob Marley says time is an illusion made up in our confusion. And what that means, therefore, is that when you see something that you saw in that future that already exists, and if we allow ourselves to connect with it, become one with it, take actions from that energy, there is no telling in what and how fast and how grand the beautiful things that we can all make happen, even in an event as short as 5 days. Which then brings me to the question for the two of you, because you guys have both created phenomenal results in a lot of different areas in life. You guys both, Christina as well, shout out to Christina, manage a lot of our beautiful, fantastic students that do the most phenomenal things, create results for themselves, transform themselves, like just in a matter of days. What would you say from your experience in working with students and seeing people create results over and over and over again, or being in the process towards it? What do you say is the biggest thing that allows someone to actually do it and allow themselves to do it quickly? Let's start with you, Josie.
Great question. I think logically, I know that it is possible. Creating $1 million in a year, or just making money in your business, that first 1K, 1,000 in your business.
Yeah.
I feel like, or I hope that most of us, we know that is possible, because so many people do it. People make billions a year,
Yeah.
or millions a month. So we know it's possible, but I feel like the question might be, is it possible for me? And that's what I feel like that's the conversation I have with a lot of our students and people we speak to and work with, is they know that this game of business, making money in this freedom lifestyle, is possible, but I feel like people just don't think it's possible for them. They don't think that they have what it takes. And I resonate with that, because if anyone saw on the pre-training with the speech I gave, that's where I was as well. So
And just long story short, we are very well aware that our not perfect. We'll do it next time. See, imperfection, right? Thank you. That when you had your first event, would you have thought that just a few years later you would have closed $1 million?
No, never. I remember watching my first. I was on an event just like this. For Tjibaria. And I loved the idea. I loved everything that was being spoken about, but I was like, I just don't think that I can do that. But by saying yes, figuring it out later, and just going through the process, and having obviously someone that I know had done it before. So like just following that process and following the steps with the full trust that if I just do the same thing, then I can get the results too, which I did. So I think that's an important thing, is if you found someone that has got the results that you want, is living the life you want, follow in their footsteps. It's so important to do that. So yeah, that's why.
And kudos to you for having taken that action, even though you had the fear, even though you had your doubts, and even though it wasn't perfect. Like, this set is not perfect. None of us are perfect.
It was like this.
Just doing it, and then allowing yourself, and like keyword allowing, comment that below, to then be in a position where not only you are doing it, but you are helping so many of our students doing it as well. Which brings me to the next point with you, Myann, because I have seen something really cool that will happen, and as you come, you know which one I'm talking about, of people stepping into this atmosphere and drastically transform the way how they're thinking, the way how they are confident, starting to doing the doings. And there's one particular conversation, I know you know which one, is that just after the pre-train was this incredible lady, just like everything has transformed already just after one session. And if you're watching, you know who you are. What do you see from your experience in again guiding so many people? Some of which people do hundreds of thousands each month. Some people again, starting from scratch. Your way of guiding people and facilitating people within this ecosystem. What do you see in terms of the differences, distinguishing people that get results and get it quickly versus those people that really want to but haven't quite done it yet? What do you feel is that difference?
Well, I think it's a matter of choice. Okay. Just like Tjibaria mentioned, the little voices. You drive the car, or you let the little voices drive the car for you.
Yeah.
And if you let the little voices drive the car for you, that is the fear, the doubt. The fear lead to self-doubt. Self-doubt lead to procrastination. And that is a sequence of actions, follow-up. But if you really, as you really related to your 2.0 you won't allow your little voices to drive the car. You will take in charge of the car again. Of course, you really want it. That's what I just said in my aha moment. You really need a tribe. The surroundings of you have some people holding you accountable together to give you the courage to drive to in charge back your car, and then do the doings rightly
Mhm.
and effectively, efficiently. What is
Yeah.
most of the time now, especially in the social media, we talk about how to viral and so on and so.
Yeah.
I would say do the right thing is so important nowadays because we are talking about what success love what speed. So speed
Yes.
is so critical element in
Yeah.
your building of your empire. That's why I would say, to all of you, even though to myself as well, I am going ups and downs all the time.
Yeah.
Same as you,
Me too.
we are
Me too.
body. We have the body. We have the emotions. We have the emotions as well. And when you're facing downs, just like I'm frustrated as well.
Mhm.
So who are you holding me accountable?
Mm.
And who am I rely on and telling the tribe? And then how they uplifting me as well.
Yeah.
And that's why
Yes.
this is so true.
Yeah.
Have your good buddies and say
This is a really important thing
supportive.
because the thing is, and we're going to talk about this during the event as well, is that everybody, whether you're super successful or whether you're not successful yet, but you're on your way there, everybody goes through challenges. But the difference between the most successful and the ones that are not there yet is their speed of recovery from a certain challenge or from a doubt or from a fear. Because we all feel it. I feel fearful going live right now, having a technical difficulty earlier on, having the screen fall down, almost having our lamp fall down because Goku's playing with his ball. Like, we all have those fears, but being surrounded by a group of people that can actually shake you up and say, hey, you're doing the right thing, keep going, or hey, do this instead of the other thing, and kind of allow for you to not have a reason to not stay the course on abundance lane that we spoke about today. That is super helpful because again, when you take those actions, you show up and you don't quit, as Grant Cardone says, it is inevitable for you to get results. And so the only thing that can actually prevent you from getting results, going back to the title of this video, is if you take yourself out of the game, which is unfortunately what too many of us do. And we don't want you to do that. And I want to actually share something that we shared during the event, but I want to share it a little bit more deeply, and then we're going to call it a day. So take this example in and allow you to review on your own life of whether this has happened to you, whether you resonate with this story, and if there's certain things that you can now incorporate so that you see new powerful results compared to your old self. So here's a story. You know how we had that triangle where it was belief leads to action, leads to results. Now, one story that I usually tell, but today, because I shared so much more during the event, I didn't actually come to share the story, but I want you guys to walk away with it. And that's the story between the little kid that is growing up in a rich family and the little kid that is growing up in a not so financially rich family. Both beautiful kids having the same dream of wanting to do something beautiful, wanting to build their own business, wanting to help their family, and wanting to live a beautiful life. Imagine the rich kid. The rich kid goes to mom and dad and say, "Mom, Dad, I want to build I want to build a family. Also, I want to build a business, and I want to, start something for myself. I want to do something incredible. I'm so excited. What do you guys think?" Mom and dad both running their own businesses, being surrounded by friends and family that are also running their businesses or entrepreneurs. What would they say to that kid? They're like, "Absolutely, of course you're going to do this. You got this. By the way, if you have any questions, go ask Uncle Harry. He knows the ABCs of running a business." What is the kid going to feel? He's going to feel like, man, I believe in this. My parents support me. I've got some people that I can ask. I've got a tribe. It almost feels like running a business is the norm because everyone in the surrounding, in the tribe of that kid has a business. So duh, just like us in as a kid, learning how to walk. I see mom walking, I see dad walking, I see everybody around me walking. Of course I'm gonna keep on trying to walk. I'm gonna face challenges, but because everybody is walking, I'm probably gonna be walking too. There's no doubt in my mind that eventually I'll get to see with that kid in that business. So what happens? That kid's gonna take action. That kid is gonna make mistakes. That kid is gonna have challenges, but supported by that tribe, like me and Sabine said, he's going to keep going. He's going to not just take normal action, he's going to take action with conviction. You guys are going to learn tomorrow. And in those actions, what's going to happen? He's going to see results. He might have difficulties, but he is going to see results, which then in turn will fuel his belief that he can do it, which leads to him taking more action with more conviction and more results. And that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, but a positive one. Now, let's compare that to a kid, incredibly awesome, beautiful, amazing, growing up, in a family that does not have the same financial needs. A family where parents have been struggling all their lives. They have been trying to make this beautiful situation happen for that kid. Now that kid has the same dream, goes to mom and dad, say, Mom, Dad, I want to build my own business. Mommy and daddy loving their kids so much, saying like, oh, son or daughter, it's so beautiful that you want to do this, but let's not do that. That's too risky. We've worked so hard to give you and your brother or sister the future where you can go to school. Just go to school, get a job. We don't want you to go through the struggles that we have gone through.
So risky.
It's so risky, right? What if it goes wrong? And so that kid, having the same beautiful dream as the other kids, will now all of a sudden hear from people that he or she loves that it might be risky. What if it goes wrong? We don't want you to struggle. And so that kid may still want to take action because he was blessed with the same dream, but it's already tainted. As much as the parents love him and doesn't want to do anything negative, no, they have well-meant intentions. But the kid now takes action with at the back of his mind, what if it goes wrong? What if this? What if that? And so that action will still be action, but not action with conviction. Therefore, he might take the action, but when he comes across challenges, directly the voice of the parents will come back and say, "Well, what if it's going wrong? What if I fail? What maybe I should do it a more safe way?" And so the kid may see more difficult results than reinforcing the belief, hey, maybe my parents are right. Maybe I shouldn't be doing it, increasing the doubt rather than the conviction that goes into the belief. Maybe then the belief goes down, and then take less action, less results. And that is a negative self-fulfilling prophecy where the kid then spirals away from the beautiful dream that he or she has been blessed with, feeling the fear because that fear was shared and not with bad intentions, but with good ones. And I have this question for you. How many of you can relate to this? How many of you once had a dream, but maybe a friend, maybe a family member, maybe a teacher told you, like, you're crazy to even want to do this. Like, this is only for the few people, only for the rich people, only for the well connected. And you got the seed of a doubt planted in your mind that wasn't even yours to begin with. Now, I want to say a huge thank you to my dad who's sitting over here and my mom and my entire family for having always instilled in me the belief that I can do whatever I want to do as long as it's good, that I'm special, that I can believe in myself, that I have the power to do things beautifully and to not let anything stop me from that. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed that that was our upbringing and our education from my home. But how many people out there have incredibly good, loving parents, but have been struggling so much that unfortunately they pass on their doubts to their kids? Let me know if you can resonate with that. And so it doesn't mean that the rich kids have more chances, or if you're not a rich kid, that therefore you don't have those chances. Like, how many rich, rags to riches stories are there? It is a matter of choice. But what it goes to show is that your tribe, what you allow to impact your mind, your heart, your spirit, is important to be aware of. What are you watching? What are you consuming? Not just from the food perspective, even though that makes a difference too, but what are we allowing in? Because at the end of the day, we are shaped in the image of the Creator, being able to be one with everything and to create everything or to focus and making things real. But it is up to us to then have that awareness, allow those beautiful positive powers, to be aware that whenever a thought enters our mind, ask yourself the question, is this something I really believe in? Or is this something that someone else passed on to me and it's actually not serving me? And that is what we're going to cover on day number 2, which is such a powerful thing. What are those subconscious beliefs that have been passed on to us from everything around us, well intended or sometimes ill intended, so that we no longer will a slave to our own mind that has been conditioned by forces outside of us. But we will once and for all break free, break away those chains, become a free thinker, have a free mind, have a free body, a free spirit, and allow ourselves to move forward, to make this world a better place, to look after yourself, look after your family, look after your finances, so that together we can once again rise up, stand strong, and make this world a beautiful world. Because yes, you, me, and everyone around us, we have the power, but it's all a decision. The question that we're asking you guys is, have you decided to choose freedom? Comment below and say the word freedom.
Love
Woo!
it. Yeah.
High five. Let's do this. Let's do this. And one more thing that I want to ask and say, actually, we have done this before, but I think we should do it again. We had a number of messages. And it's actually funny because we always receive a number of messages. We receive a lot of messages. Oh, here's Goku, by the way. Our freedom fighter dog. Also today, going through some of them, there were some messages of people that weren't able to see the full version of day number one or missed it entirely because all of a sudden they had a assignment of work or something. So, what do you guys think? Shall we release the day one replay as an exception? An
Will
exception
they
for the
watch
people.
it all?
What will you do? For those of you watching this, would you want us to do it? Because we have done this, I think, last event and the event before. We made an exception, and a lot of people benefited from it, and they watched it, and then they came on board again.
Yeah,
I think it might be a nice
Yeah.
idea. What do you guys think?
I think
I think
Let's
so.
do it.
Shall we do it once more?
let's do it.
You guys want it? Hereby, this is decided. Boom! So if you are watching this and you are not part of Project 1 Million just yet, there will be a chance for you. We have to do a little bit of work to actually prepare that, but there will be a chance that you can still watch day number one in the replay, still benefit from everything that we have shared, and still join us live for the next 4 days of transformation. If you want that, by the way, comment below and say replay, then we'll release this day. But we're not going to do this for tomorrow or the day after. This is going to be the only day then that we will make this exception. Let us know. Comment reward replay. And that being said, we hope that you guys are enjoying yourselves. You are creating history for yourself and for your family and for everybody that you will get to bless on this beautiful mission. And for that, we are so grateful to you. We cannot wait for day number 2. And we're going to say, and on that note, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the belly button thingy. And you'll be here every single day with you guys during this event. After the event, we have our podcast. We have so much stuff, all designed for you guys to create. So, any final words?
Enjoy your night, day, or morning, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody all around the world. And see you today too.
Yes. Make sure you're there for day 2. Make sure you come ready, prepared, show up, show out. This event has the ability to change your life. So that's it.
Yes.
Boom, see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, and finally, if this video has impacted you, feel free to share it. Allow this value, if you thought it was valuable, to impact other people to also become free. And if you do that, thank you so much for that. See you tomorrow. Bye.
I have another crazy idea.